Hello, everybody. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Portland Trail Blazers at Moda Center. For Portland, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. Terry Stotts, in his 3rd stop as a head coach, now with the Blazers, he's become one of the great offensive minds in the NBA over the years.
Excuse me, Ernie, I was sipping on some of that strawberry-flavored Shaq soda. Okay. But he has designed offense for a championship team, the Mavs in 2-11. They use a lot of Icy Hot products. I said to myself, man up, Mavs.
Well, is this a personal endorsement for Shaquille O'Neal?
Well, no, but I can clear it through the game.
Okay, well, shout out to 2K.
And Joel.
Okay. Well, you know, I think the one thing about Stotts is he's drawing from the guys that he's worked for or worked with. George Karl, Rick Alderman, Rick Carlisle, all have great offensive philosophies and different, and he's drawing from that.
Yeah, he has. Kevin Harlan, I don't think you're promoting anything, but take it away.
Shaq for radio, listen.
The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. We are live, the home of the Trailblazers in beautiful Portland, Oregon. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Back in Portland, the Trailblazers kick off the beginning of a homestand. They are right in the mix with the rest of the playoff pack, but they can't put it in cruise control just yet.
Look, the home fans get an opportunity here to see their team during this long homestand.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, the Trailblazers backcourt tandem of Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Patriot League, were connected long before they played together. They met and corresponded during college, and they share similarities. Both start from mid-major schools, staying all 4 years. And in the 2011-2012 season, they both finished top 4 in the nation in scoring. Kevin, they now comprise one of the top scoring backcourts in the NBA.
Some great prospects come from the smaller name schools, David. We'll see it all the time. Thank you. An excellent matchup at the center position tonight. Brent, do centers take it as personal challenges when they are in that marquee matchup with the name as big as theirs?
I think they do, Kevin, but with the way the game is played nowadays, I think it gets a little frustrating for centers because we often don't see teams just pounding it down into the block or finding guys in the post. The way that they have to impact the game isn't the way that we're used to in the with huge scoring outputs. It's more about offensive rebound, screen setting, and shot blocking.
They're so hard to officiate, too. Sometimes they don't know what they can and cannot do from night to night.
And the fact that the game is so spread out, all of a sudden when centers are in the middle of all that action and it looks physical, maybe more fouls get called because we're just not used to seeing that much banging going on in the middle.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Towns. Ricky Rubio is out there with Rush. Then it's Gorgie Dang. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. Here's Lillard after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. With the teardrop, and Lillard with the lay-in. Lillard's got his first 2 points.
Able to get to the paint at will, and a good finisher. Hard to stop Lillard from scoring anywhere.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Rush kicks to Zhang. Wiggins drives in. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Minnesota with it. Wiggins dishes to Rubio. Passes it to Towns. Lets it go from 14. And the shot goes in. Towns has got his second bucket.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Isn't that a rock and roll band? They need to be up in his jersey. Be a bad idea to let him get going and get hot early like that.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah. Rubio left side. Nailed from three-point land. Rubio's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Cullen passes to Lillard. Harkless with it. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic, 13 feet away. Again, the Trailblazers score.
You could see that the D wanted to block the shot, but they didn't. Nurkic schooled him there.
Rubio outside, out to the right wing. Here's Towns. And the shot no good, a bit short.
I have no clue what happened with the defense there, but they should be thanking their lucky stars that somehow he bricked that golden opportunity.
Well, you talk about potential. Noah Vonleh certainly intrigues.
Well, you look at tools, a 7'4" wingspan, and the second biggest hands ever measured at the combine. You add his mobility, lateral quickness. He just needs some time. Once he gets time, he'll get confidence, and we'll see Noah Vonleh do some things in this league.
Second free throw, no good.
Well, you put young guys and potential always next to one another, and that's where Noah Vonleh is right now. Pretty easy to see why he was sought after in the draft. With a great defensive upside, he's got the ability to affect the game in a lot of ways, still growing and still learning.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Towns. And after one season at Indiana with the Hoosiers, Noah Vonleh, drafted by Charlotte, but acquired by Portland in a trade for Nicholas Batum.
He's shown some flashes here in the NBA, even out to the three-point line. He's an intriguing player to watch develop over the next couple seasons.
Free throw good. Nurkic. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Towns. And both free throws good for Nurkic.
And you see Nurkic out there, as skilled as he is, still the thing that baffles you is his size. A legit 7-footer. He weighs 280, depending on what he had for dinner. But he's got great skill, and they're still exploring it in Denver.
Now here's Wiggins. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Here's McCollum. Drills the baseline jumper. And thinking about Nurkic and his size, Brent, he definitely doesn't fit the spot-up Euro big man profile we've seen.
No, he's one of those guys who enjoys the contact, and anytime he can get it, he'll be in there. Can spot up with a jump shot if he needs that. He likes to throw his weight around on the inside, and he does. He makes the most of his size.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Towns.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
And the first one at the line is good.
And if you're a Timberwolves fan, you have got to be ecstatic about the future of this team. I mean, as good a young talent as we have in our league, good cap space flexibility, and just a lot of positives moving forward.
And so he makes both from the line. And those reasons you mentioned for the Timberwolves are why some see this team developing into a powerhouse, maybe in the near future.
And for a franchise that has been near the bottom for so long, having hope like this is a good thing. Nobody can question the love Minnesota has for their team. Have yet to win a title, but this could be the core that someday does it all.
Now here's McCollum following the miss by Cole Aldridge. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. Portland with the ball. It's a three-point game. Vonleh dishes to Lillard. No one covering. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
And Rubio kicks to Zhang. Pass to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Well, as you watch Andrew Wiggins, you can see him start to pick up tricks and figure out how to go at the other great perimeter players. Last season, he pulled a fadeaway on Kobe and actually told him, I stole that from you. That was a great story.
And that's what it takes to become a great scorer in the NBA. All the great wingmen mimic those who came before them. It's necessary to build a great repertoire as a scorer.
That one is off.
And one of the things that sticks out when you watch Andrew Wiggins is the grace with which he plays. I mean, he has incredible athleticism, but I don't think he gets enough credit yet for his footwork. And that's an area that he's improved tremendously the last couple seasons. And to me, this guy, his ceiling, well, he may not have one. It's just incredible, his abilities.
Now, here's Aminu. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah. Here's Rubio. He kicks it to Zhang. He dishes it to Wiggins. Rubio in the corner. Shot clock at 5. He had a nice open look right there. Rubio's got 6. And just thinking about Wiggins and his footwork, his spin move while attacking the rim, Greg, is something that is becoming a signature move now for him.
Yeah, and every great scorer has a go-to move like that one. Such a difficult move to pull off when going as fast as Wiggins is. Also, he has great footwork in the post when playing with his back to the basket.
And with the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge, the Blazers have handed the keys to the franchise over to one Damian Lillard. They've remade their roster with some young talent to complement what it is that he's about as his career moves on.
And you look at the free agent acquisitions for the Blazers, a lot of what they call second draft guys, Brent.
Well, a lot of those guys really just needing opportunities, and you have to credit their general manager to watch and scout and see how the fit would be with what Lillard and McCollum are doing on the perimeter. They've done a nice job.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Trailblazers trail by 3. There's the pick. Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Utah Jazz.
Well, he also chipped in on the glass. He was a force to be reckoned with, and that made a big difference.
Now here's Rubio. After the miss from Damian Lillard. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Minnesota shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Ray, you look around the league and teams are starting to dig into the numbers and really analyze the game carefully. I know that you enjoy analytics. You've always been known yourself as an efficient scorer. When you take a look at the numbers, how do you see them? How do you interpret them?
I think there are some things that are very advantageous for players to take a look at with regards to how it is that they play and where they're most effective. Because one of the things, Kevin, it can sort of reestablish your confidence. And there can be spots on the floor where you get to where you might feel better because somebody has presented those numbers to you. I will tell you, Kevin, that probably the guy that I played with in the latter stages of my career that used the numbers the most was a guy by the name of Shane Battier. Shane loved to look deep into the books and try to gain some sort of advantage numerically and statistics-wise on his opponent, and really was one of the few guys that would go deeper than most.
Have analytics changed the game, do you think?
I believe so, but still for players, I think that they're a long way from being able to understand exactly what it is that the numbers are telling them. That time is coming where players really want to know those kind of things, and the tutorial sessions between the coaching staff and the players, I think, are on the horizon.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic, and Aldridge sends it back. Timberwolves passing it around. Jang, that falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Jang's got his second bucket tonight.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Screen by Nurkic. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, it's one of those quarters where you're just incredibly frustrated that you did not impact it the way you wanted to. So nothing going right now.
Now here's Jang. He has 5. Wiggins kicks to Aldridge. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard outside. The feed now to Aminu. They set the pick. 4 on the shot clock. Screen by Nurkic. Lillard from outside. And no good that time. Good D by Rubio. Timberwolves leading by 8. Wiggins dishes to Rubio. Back to Wiggins. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on El Farouk Aminu. The Timberwolves have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And he makes the first.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
A different look now for Portland. Turner comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Krabs subbed in for McCollum. Muhammad, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Tyus Jones comes in for Ricky Rubio. And both free throws good for Wiggins. Here's Crabbe. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lillard with no one around. Drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Trailblazers. Jones against Lillard. Feeds it to Muhammad. Lillard against Jones. Lock at 6. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, I think there was way too much one-on-one play for them in that game. Their ball movement was awful, and their offense stagnant. So not a prime example tonight of good team basketball.
Aminu with the bucket.
And this is where he can hurt you most offensively. Aminu's well-schooled in the catch-and-shoot game.
Jones kicks to Muhammad. Pass to Aldridge. Wiggins outside. And Jones has it in the corner. Lillard with the block. There's the dish to Leonard. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, Myers Leonard, drafted out of Illinois. You saw a young, bouncy 7'1" big man, and everyone had him penciled in at the center position. He's proven to be much more comfortable playing on the perimeter as a stretch big, and his three-point shooting, when confident, is a great weapon.
That free throw good from Leonard. And you look at that release of Myers Leonard, a little methodical, not exactly a textbook motion, but Brent, it goes in.
Well, here's the thing, Kevin. If a center's guarding you, there's going to be plenty of space and time for you to load up from the three-point line. More than half of his shots coming from three-point range.
Dunn, he's checked in for Wiggins. Leonard hits them both.
And what a huge advantage when your bigs can be on the floor to get fouled and shoot free throws.
Jones kicks to Aldridge. To the middle. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
That's really one of his specialties, altering shots in close.
And the basket by Lillard.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Outside, Jones. Inside to stop the drought. Jang, no luck. Portland trailing here. Fires the three. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, he is deadly in catch and shoot. Defensively, you have to try and make Crabbe put the ball on the deck.
Outside, Jones. He feeds it to Muhammad. The jump hook. Basket counts.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Yeah, fans are getting their money's worth already. If you like high-scoring affairs, you're in the right place.
Now here's Leonard. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. That's a 2 from Lillard. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Lillard's got 14 points for the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Dunn sets a screen for Jang. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Muhammad, no luck. Portland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. And Lillard kicks to Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
More and more, Damian Lillard becoming that dangerous playmaker. Does a great job there finding the open man.
Here's Dang. He drains the quick shot. He's got 7.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Yeah, pretty much unforced there on the bad pass. He has to just make better decisions on the delivery when he's getting it to his teammates.
Timberwolves trail. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Now here's Dunn. He's guarded by Crabbe. There's the screen. Out to the wing. Here's Muhammad. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Aminu kicks to Crabbe. Lillard from outside. And another 3 for Portland.
Here's the thing, Kevin. When Lillard gets this red hot, no one in the league really has the skills or endurance to keep up with him.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
No kidding. Found that range. Now they can't stop pulling the trigger.
And so here's Portland. On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Dunn is out there with Jones. Then there's Cole Aldrich. Then there's Shabazz Muhammad. And it's Towns in at center. He used that pick to perfection. McCollum's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers. And here's Jones. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Dishes to Dunn. Shoots a three. Offensive rebound. That's tipped.
A great shot blocker from the combo forward. Aminu's length helping him there.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Harkless. Another shot. Nurkic can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 8. Launches it. A second chance effort. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And he knew that Karl Anthony Towns was going to be good, but I don't think anybody thought he could have the kind of season he put together last year. I mean, incredible numbers to start his career. And while everyone say, yeah, he's going to be a solid #1 pick, I think he's far more than that. He is a cornerstone of this franchise. And if he stays healthy and on this track, you're talking about a future Hall.
And he's good on the second. And another thing you notice with Towns, the numbers have been pretty phenomenal, especially last season as a rookie. Starting to draw now a lot of comparisons, Greg, to another former Wildcat, Anthony Davis.
And both in common had similar statistical outputs their rookie year. But one thing I like about Towns, he's been durable. Hasn't dealt with the injury as much here early on.
Good point. And the basket by McCollum.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch for sure.
Jones kicks to Muhammad. Back to Jones. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Portland not the biggest market, but Brett, this is a Blazers team with definite financial resources.
Yeah, market, schmarket. When you're in Portland, Kevin, it is a great place to be. You're embraced by the community. The fans love you. And there's really not a lot of environments like this throughout the NBA. So Portland very proud of their Trailblazers.
And that one falls for Jones. No checked in for Portland. Minnesota also with the sub. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Dunn. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. When you look at the Spurs, the Warriors, the Atlanta Hawks, these are offenses that teams want.
Anytime that you move the basketball quickly and crisply, Kevin, you're going to move the defenses around. And as soon as those shifts happen, that's where great offenses take advantage of poor positional defense.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, people forget Festus Ezeli was also a first-round pick of the Warriors a few years ago. But he was an academic prodigy growing up. He skipped kindergarten and the 5th and 6th grades. He had plans of becoming a doctor. But when he started playing basketball, he found himself behind the curve. He said, here I am as a 15-year-old kid, and I can't shoot a layup. But guys, he's brought that same work ethic from the classroom to the hardwood. He's improved year after year.
He is a presence, DA. Thanks. Ricky Rubio checked in for the Timberwolves. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And Brent, one thing you have to like about Jusuf Nurkic is that he plays with some edge to his game. I remember a moment where he scored on a defender, felt they tried to flop, and then handed the ball to them as they laid on the ground.
I love the confidence that he shows. He's a space eater, and he clogs up the lane, and then sometimes he just shows you he's got deft touch and soft hands, so some untapped potential.
Here's McCollum following the score by Cole Aldrich. Screen by Nurkic. McCollum, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now Crabbe. His last outing, he had 8 points. Shot clock at 5 on the baseline. And yes, it's good. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Muhammad. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
Nurkic, a screen on Rubio. There's the pass to Vonleh. From 13 feet, it goes down. And it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
I like the versatility of Vonleh, still getting his feet wet and building some confidence, but he can already score in a number of ways.
Now here's Muhammad. He's covered closely. Nurkic with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Yep, that one goes. Aldridge has got 8 points.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Crabbe with the ball. Kicks to McCollum. Down low. Here's Nurkic. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on Towns.
Well, there should be a sitcom all about Nurkic there. He shows heart in drawing that foul and marching his way to the stripe.
For Portland, they have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Minnesota. And he can't hit the second. Timberwolves trail by 8. And Muhammad kicks to Aldridge. Passes it to Wiggins. Goes up on the wing. Goes back up. That shot misses. And it's Portland the other way. Harkless the pass to McCollum. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
Just like it when he gets in there. McCollum using his wingspan to take advantage.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Love the reaction from the crowd early, and defensively, they didn't do anything to get them out of it. They kept giving up open looks, the shots they kept dropping, and the place only got louder and louder.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Trailblazers.
And really, it's been the guards who have powered them into this substantial lead. They say it's a big man's league, but tonight it's all about
Here's Rush. He's guarded by Crabbe. There's the pick. To the inside. Muhammad dishes to Rubio. And the rebound by Nurkic. Portland leading by 10. Here's McCollum. Muhammad grabs the board.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Wiggins missing.
Yeah, those are the shots that you expect him to make. You've seen it before, and so far, just not on his A game tonight.
Here's McCollum. He's got 12. Nurkic kicks to Crab. Vonleh, the pass to McCollum. The Trailblazers rebound. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Screen by Nurkic. Grab dishes to Harkless. Takes a 3. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Muhammad. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
Well, Brent, they say great offense beats great defense. It certainly is a tall task trying to stop the greats from scoring in this game. What is tougher from a defensive standpoint than to stop a great player? It just seems like there's so many different ways a team or an individual can play.
Defenses have to have the ability, Kevin, to make reads and get on the same page with regards to stopping the greatest players in the game. One player can't do it, so oftentimes we're talking about committing 2 defenders. What can the 3 guys on the back line of defense do against some of the game's greatest, and how is it that they can move on the string, read one another, and reassemble themselves within a possession? That is a tremendous skill that needs to be practiced, honed, and that's where great defenses gain confidence.
Well, I think communication probably is when you begin that process.
It always starts with the talking, and that's where you see some of the greatest defenses have guys on the back line, the bigs pointing in certain directions, making sure they're directing traffic to make sure the problem areas on any possession are covered.
Damian Lillard most dangerous from the perimeter, but he's really worked on his finishing inside.
He's a superior athlete, so he's learning right now how to get his shot off on the inside with all the length and athleticism of an NBA big. Working on that floater, finishing through contact. I think he's making big strides. He's getting more and more confident in that area.
Free throw good, Wiggins.
Well, he's been at the line so often tonight, but only just now is he starting to look comfortable.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Portland. Here is Lillard. 17 points in the game. To the wing on the left. Vonleh kicks to Turner. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rush grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 9. From beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Aldridge. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. Rebound by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 8 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, it's tough. His shot's been off today. Luckily, his team still has the edge in the game so far. He really could time those perfectly. What an assist.
Portland's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. There's the pick. And a wide open look for McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight. Rubio, the pass to Wiggins. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Wiggins has got 5 points now this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Leonard dishes to Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
And just torturing defenses from range. It's what Lillard loves to do, and one of the things he's best at.
Jang, a screen. And Rubio kicks to Aldridge. Now Rush. Shot from free throw range. The shot, no good. Good D by McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Leonard with a screen on Rubio. Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Smart patience by Lillard there. Could have tried to beat the defender on his own, but instead uses that screen to get the look.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Start it.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Aminu's checked in. And then for Minnesota, Dunn comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Jang, a screen. Off the pick. Jones, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 12. McCollum right side. And stolen by Dunn. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Trailblazers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
There's the feed to Jang. He kicks it to Dunn. Takes the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Now, here's Dunn. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Cole Aldrich with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Lillard. 23 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. And he makes good on the layup. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he can be a good finisher at times in the paint. Leonard with the size and length to do more of this.
Jang with the screen for Jones. He dishes it to Dunn. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And even though he's been incredible from the field so far, his team still hasn't been able to get the edge in this one.
Lillard with it, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. Here's Leonard. Plays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 10.
They really did a nice job of getting the ball into an area where good things tend to happen. And They did.
Stolen by McCollum. Lays it in off the breakaway. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
He's given them a little bit of everything this quarter, but his scoring has been absolutely dominant.
Minnesota shooting 43% for the game. Jones kicks to Zhang. Outside, Jones. Back to Zhang. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And these are his second and third free throws tonight. That free throw missing. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. The three from McCollum, and again it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Look, they know it. He knows it. That jumper is pure. As a defender, it's hard not to overplay McCollum to shoot the three.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Portland out in front, just dominating this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what is going right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts is the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 23 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, Damian Lillard went crazy out of his mind with the jumper. The problem is, with his insane quickness, you really can't stay with him. So when he locks in from deep, all you can do is hold your hat and hope he hits a dead pass. That didn't happen in the first half, and we'll see in the second if anyone could cool him down.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters, and you got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
A look at the Hawthorne Bridge in gorgeous downtown Portland as we welcome you back to Oregon. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
Might also look at the coach and his game plan in terms of trying to find those good looks. They'll be looking to do the same here down the stretch.
Trailblazers leading by 20. Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Van. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Trailblazers moving the ball around. McCollum, no good. Minnesota with the ball. And much like Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum was lightly recruited coming out of high school. Ended up playing, in fact, in a mid-major college, Lehigh University.
Well, he not only started there, he starred there right away. He introduced himself to the nation in March of 2012 with a 30-point performance, stunning Duke in the collegiate postseason tournament. 15 seed knocking off a 2. That'll draw some attention.
Now, here's Aminu. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Yep, it counts. Aminu's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Trailblazers. Rubio against Lillard. Zhang with a screen on Lillard. The drive by Rubio. And stolen by Vonleh. Moving it up. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Hit his teammate right in stride. That's a great assist.
Minnesota shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. And Rubio kicks to Zhang. Feeds it to Wiggins. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And Rush kicks to Rubio. Pass to Wiggins. Second chance shot, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Wiggins has got 13.
Well, they missed their first 3 shots, and after that maybe they'll get some air underneath their wings a little bit.
Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. The dish to Vonleh. Wiggins with some nice D. For Minnesota, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Towns. Towns, the screen. Here's the 3. Vonleh with the rebound.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
Here's Rush. He's guarded by McCollum. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yep, he got up ahead of steam, and no one could come over to stop him.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Muhammad's checked in. And C.J. McCollum, one of the most efficient mid-range jump shooters in the league. It's a shot, Brent, a lot of defenses are willing to live with. And I guess he is too.
Yeah, he should be because he's very, very good at it. He's still developing his ability to finish in the lane over the top and around bigs, but that mid-range shot, so effective. He comes off a pick, he gets into the lane, and with great timing, can drop it on you.
You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Right now, he is all systems go from the perimeter, just scorching hot. The D has got to do a better job of finding him.
We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the 3-ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Rubio outside. He feeds it to Towns. The jump hook off the left rim and out.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now here's McCollum. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Crabs checked in for the Trailblazers. The Timberwolves have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. And guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, DA. Thank you.
And embracing his role as the Blazers' foundation moving forward, Damian Lillard has the skill and the character to take that role. He's a lead by example type of guy, but he's got a quiet confidence, and he's inclusive of his teammates. That's what makes him special.
That free throw good from Lillard. And Brent, when you look at Damian Lillard, does he remind you of former Finals MVP Chauncey Billups, even just a bit?
I don't know if that's a good comparison just in terms of the physical presence that Chauncey was, but in terms of leading a team and having a commanding presence, boy, Damian Lillard, one of the finer ones in the league.
Both free throws good from Lillard.
Well, if there's a Rubik's Cube of scoring in the league, Lillard has figured it out, including getting to the free throw line.
And Rubio kicks to Towns. Back to Rubio. Dishes to Towns. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns drops them both. You look at the elite players in the NBA, a much more tight-knit bunch than maybe in decades past. Brent, not as much animosity as we used to see between players on different teams. Do you agree with that? And maybe more importantly, why is it different now than it was then?
We always talk about the AAU programs and what it is that these elite players are offered up in terms of their early stages of development, Kevin. When you're in 6th grade and you know somebody from D.C. is friends with somebody in Oakland because they get to see one another throughout the course of the AAU programs over the summer and where these tournaments are held, it's understandable that the elite players in the NBA are going to have relationships that exist before they get there. So I don't have any problem with it whatsoever.
Here's Crab following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Now here's Crab. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. The Timberwolves have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Here's Dang. He's got 11. The pass to Muhammad. Takes it from 10. Crab pulls it in. Trailblazers leading by 23. Kicks it to Lillard. There's the pick. Lets the 3 fly. Lillard again missing. And here's Rubio. He has 6. And good that time. 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
3-pointer, Lillard. But they recover it. Now here's Crab. Muhammad covering. Harkless dishes to Lillard. Shot to stop the drought. Drills it from outside.
Timeout.
Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Well, Allen Crabbe was a go-to scorer at Cal, but I remember a scout saying that he plays defense in a tuxedo. I'm not sure if that was meant as a compliment. Crabbe is making some major strides on the defensive end, though, and with continued minutes, we've seen continued confidence, a good 3-and-D type player who's still emerging.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. Donnie's checked in for the Timberwolves. Jones comes in for Ricky Rubio. Minnesota shooting not great, 40% for the game. And Crabbe making more hustle plays, trying to earn his keep.
Well, you want to see where he's gotten better. Watch his feet defensively. Dramatically improved in that area. So being a two-way player, that's an asset.
And that one's good. Lillard.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Jones kicks to Muhammad. Now done. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 5 to shoot. Jones for 3. Another miss by Minnesota.
You know, it's tough. A guy buries a shot on one end, and you want to go right back at him on the other. He tried it there, but just couldn't knock it down.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Leonard, he's checked in for Lillard. The Trailblazers have gone 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Chang, a screen. Here's Dunn. Passes to Dang. Towns dishes to Muhammad. Timberwolves passing it around. Dunn kicks to Jones. Towns the screen. To stop the run. Misses off the right iron.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Now here's Harkless. He's got 6. That one goes. Count it. Harkless has got 8 points. Harkless has gone 3 for 5 from the field. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Towns with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Towns has got 6 points in the quarter.
Always pushing the action offensively. He puts so much pressure on the defense.
Grab the pass to Leonard. The feed to Turner. Pass to Nurkic. 5 on the clock. Here's Harkless. Well, let's take this chance now to bring up the rookies at the head of their class in steals this past month. Chris Dunn on top.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
2.
First free throw is good. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Portland. And a change for the Timberwolves. Aldridge is checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. He kicks to Dunn. He dishes it to Muhammad. And that one goes long.
Yeah, man, this game would shift drastically if he was on tonight and making those shots that we normally see him hit.
Jones against Turner. Feeds to Aminu. Outside Turner. Shoots from the high post. Rebound Minnesota. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, offensively, they got all the momentum behind them, got the D on the ropes, and they just kept throwing haymakers.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The free throw drops for Towns. For Portland, they've gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Grab with the ball. Pass to Turner. Leonard with a screen on Jones. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Crabbe. No good on the 3. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Jones kicks to Towns. The dish to Muhammad. Goes up the baseline, and that one hits back iron. The Trailblazers shooting right around 41% from the field in quarter 3. Now here's Crabbe. There's a screen. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. 1:41 left to play in the third. Dishes it to Dunn. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the seeding out west. 4 games left on the schedule here. Taking a look at Portland. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And of course, Minnesota, down 4 spots from them.
And I think for the Timberwolves, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
Here's Jones. Myers-Leonard picking up that last basket. Jones kicks to Muhammad. Back to Jones. Lets it go with a 3. Drills the three-pointer.
He's an average three-point shooter at best, but the defender still has to come over and respect it.
And Turner kicks to Harkless. That's short off the rim.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Towns sets the pick for Jones. Out left to the wing. Dunn, wide open, he fires. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Gotta put some pressure on Dunn when he's squaring up from outside. Just an exceptional scorer.
Leonard dishes to Harkless. They set the pick. He feeds it to Crabbe. Harkless the pass to Crabbe. Harkless kicks to Crabbe. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Aminu. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Aminu's got 4 points this quarter. Outside, Jones. Baseline jumper. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot.
Good.
1 free throw coming his way.
Hit.
I mean, he was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feeling.
You can see the focus there. His desire is evident. All hugs and kisses right now.
So both teams making some changes here. The free throw drops for Towns. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Trailblazers out in front, running away with it. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
When all we're doing is thinking about our offense. Not playing any defense. Can't win like that.
And Tom Thibodeau obviously frustrated, wanting to see more stops on the defensive end.
And no doubt about it, the best teams are those that can kind of hunker down when they need to and force the other side into taking bad shots.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth.
Oh, wow.
Trailblazers leading by 21. Lillard outside. And he goes right over Tyus Jones and slams it down.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Now here's Jones. Fade away. No good off the front iron.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Towns. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
The first free throw is good. And with the new player tracking cameras they have now, so many possibilities, Brent, as far as studying the game, and I'm sure you think that somewhere, somehow, is going to make a difference on the way these teams are conditioned, how they're coached, the minutes they play, and on and on.
I think what it's great for a coaching staff to look at, Kevin, is with regards to specific plays that you run for your ball club, how it is that spatially your players are relating to one another. You can use these cameras to track the distance players are running. You can track where it is that they're setting screens and how effective they are. The list goes on and on and on. But coaches can really dig into the minutia of how it is that their players are coordinating with one another with the use of this technology.
That is a great point.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
2.
And the first one drops. So for the Trailblazers, Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Lehman. McCollum comes in for Pat Connaughton. And Lillard subbed in for Shabazz Napier. And then for Minnesota, Jordan Hill. He's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Payne comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Caspian for Tyus Jones. And both free throws good for Wiggins. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Lillard. And it's something the NBA, Brent, has been discussing between the franchises for a few years now. What are your thoughts on having ads on NBA jerseys now?
Kevin, I don't really have a problem with it as long as it's tastefully done, and I hope the league does their due diligence in making sure that it looks respectable and we don't lose the beautiful, unbelievable logos that we're so familiar with, that we've seen for years and years, and that those colors are well represented.
No clutter, but we see so much of it in arenas with the music and the constant advertising that goes on scoreboards and around the building inside.
Well, they're there to make some money, aren't they, Kevin?
They are.
Okay, so.
Some changes for Minnesota. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Hill. Zhang comes in for Payne. And it's Rush in for Caspi. No good on the second free throw. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Rush dishes to Aldrich. And Cole Aldrich with the slam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here is Lillard. The pass to Aminu. Here's Nurkic. Right through the D for the layup. Nurkic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, it's hard to hold Nurkic up. As soon as he gets that deep inside, he is more than capable of knocking down shots consistently.
Here's Rush. Down low. Here's Dang. Nurkic with the block. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball. Vonleh kicks to McCullough. Tries from 7. Got a hand on it. And the dunk by Vonleh. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Jang. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Passes it to Wiggins. Fades. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Wiggins has got 19 points.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Vonleh. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Brent, you were a 4-year player at Oregon State. Now most NBA players come into the league after just a season or two at the college level. How do you think that's impacting the game right now?
I think the situations in which some of those younger players go into, Kevin, can be vastly different. If you have a player that's played 1 or 2 years that's getting drafted in one of the top slots, they're usually going to a team that's very bad and probably very young. In the later part of the draft, those young players are going to well-established teams that are coming off successful seasons that have a place for that player to learn and grow and be part of the culture. So those experiences for those young guys can be very, very different.
Excellent point. Covered by Rubio. McCollum outside. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
Well, he was terrific in the first half, guys. Maybe some adjustments from the opposing team coach, and he's lost a little bit of that touch here in the second.
Portland with the ball. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Now here's McCollum. Tight defense on him. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. And now Minnesota on the fast break. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Attack mode initiated all the way from start to finish. The other side didn't know what hit him.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Out left to the wing. Releases from 15. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
And even though he's been on a roll tonight, that one was a bit forced.
Aminu with a screen on Wiggins. The wide open look here for Vonleh. Sinks the triple.
So valuable. Bigs who can stretch the floor. I think most people in this league feel Vonleh is going to be one of those guys.
Rubio, the pass to Wiggins. Goes up at the stripe. Again, Wiggins missing.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
Feels like he's compounding mistakes too, because every miss makes him want to force something else. Not the best idea.
They grab their own miss. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Because of that strength and length, Vonleh's shot is very difficult to get to, as the defender learns that time.
The first one falls. You know, Brent, injury is a part of the game, but the league is being proactive, creating research partnerships with major medical companies to look at reducing stress-related tendon issues, concussion research, all of it being, I think, now looked at by the NBA and the medical side of the league.
I love the fact, Kevin, that they're using modern-day technology, not just after it is that an athlete gets injured in order to perform a procedure medically to get him back on the floor sooner. Really what NBA teams are investing in is preventative medicine, being able to gauge what it is that players are putting themselves through, the stresses on their body, both mentally and physically, and being ahead of the curve with regards to making sure they prevent these injuries from even happening in the first place.
The science is amazing, isn't it?
Well, I was more of a math student, but yes, science is amazing, Kevin.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. And Blazers coach Terry Stott's doing a great job. Brent, his team has overachieved in recent seasons.
I'm not sure if it's overachieved because they've had some tremendous talent. But the interesting part about Terry Stotts is try to find him taking some of the credit for what's gone on there, and you just won't. He's just giving guys great opportunities. He's given those guys defined roles, and each one has stepped up for him.
The Timberwolves are gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Wiggins. To the inside, Rubio dishes to Jang. Back to Rubio. And he drops it in from the low post. Portland leading by 23. McCollum outside. And there's the feed to Aminu. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. It's McCollum on the wing. Covered by Rubio. And the basket by McCollum.
And this is part of the patience of C.J. McCollum. In-air adjustments with the defender on him. You have to like that body control.
Rubio outside. Pass to Muhammad. Big part of the NBA's new TV deal, Brand, a provision to allow for digital distribution of games via tablets and smartphones here. I know you're looking at one right now. I know you catch games at airports and on the go when you're traveling.
Well, Kevin Harlan, anytime you're doing a game, it's must-see television, and so I'll watch it.
With the sound down?
No. If anything, I'm connecting 3 Bluetooth speakers to turn it up. I'm totally in with the mobile NBA action, Kevin, especially for our jobs in broadcasting, to be able to be anywhere and pull out your phone and watch NBA action right there, to hear the great announcers that we have for the 30 teams around the league, to get in-depth analysis and coverage. What a tremendous luxury we have to have NBA on the go.
It's the best. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And the first one at the line is good. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Turner comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And then for Minnesota, Payne, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's done in for Ricky Rubio. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Now Turner. Well, Brent, you think about free throws, getting a shooting foul is one of the best outcomes offensively for most players, and we've got guys in this league that can really do it well.
Still, one of the most important aspects, Kevin, of an offensive thrust is to show the officials during any game that you're willing to attack the rim and go in there with fearlessness. Most of those guys end up getting to the free throw line and shooting very effective shots. You're always looking for 1 point per possession, and if you can step to the free throw line with nobody around you unguarded and knock a couple down, it benefits your team.
How often, though, do you think that's the best shot as opposed to driving, drawing a couple defenders in there, then kicking it out?
Well, I think
what the analytics would say on that.
Well, I think you have to be really selective on who it is that you're kicking it out to. But certainly the free throw is one of the most important shots in the game of basketball. And usually the most aggressive team is going to shoot more on a nightly basis.
Again, McCollum missing. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
Trailblazers leading by 20. McCollum with the ball, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
That time the defender may have played Leonard to roll to the rim. Instead, he holds his position on the screen and creates an open shot for his teammate.
Dunn kicks to Wiggins. The fadeaway. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Wiggins has got 17 now, just in the second half. McCollum outside. He kicks it to Crabbe. To the inside. Leonard, no luck.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Dunn passes to Wiggins. He dishes it to Rush. His three-pointers off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Vonleh dishes to Turner. Leonard with a screen on Wiggins. And Turner kicks to Leonard. Kicks it out to McCollum. 4 on the shot clock. Let's go. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Dunn. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 20. Outside Leonard. Back to McCollum. Elbow shot is on the way. It's hauled in by Dunn. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Wiggins kicks to Payne. And he starts out with a miss in this one. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Still working on his post game. Vonleh using that giant 7'3" wingspan to full advantage.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Leonard. Aminu comes in for Turner. And Lillard subbed in for Allen Crabbe. Minnesota also making some changes. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Adrian Payne. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dunn. Now, here's Rubio. Here's Wiggins. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And I saw a study recently, Brent, that home court advantage isn't what it used to be.
Well, home court advantage is about a point to a point and a half. I read that very same article, Kevin. So it's interesting.
You sent it to me. You remember that? You sent that article.
Oh, you read the things I sent
to you. Well, of course I do.
Well,
when you sent it, it's a priority list. Yeah.
That's the first. So what I like about it, Kevin, is the fact that the three-point line is really changing that huge disparity between what it is that a home court advantage used to be and what it is now. Still vitally important, I think, for young teams throughout the course of the regular season to get themselves in a position to have home court advantage. As slight as it might be, it is still one.
Trailblazers leading by 21. Outside Turner. Pass to Connaughton. Screen by Nurkic. Connaughton kicks to Nurkic. Right side Turner. 6 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Minnesota shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will push their record to 39 wins and a good effort tonight.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Damian Lillard.
He did anything and everything it takes to get the job done on the offensive end tonight. There was just no tool in the shed that he did not use against his opponent. And look at that explosion of points. He was awesome.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Now here's Turner. Feeds to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night
to be in the building.
A phenomenal effort level. These guys came in committed to dictating the action.
Now here's Jones. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Damian. Congrats on the win. How has your game evolved within this offense?
Well, there's a lot of pick and roll in the NBA right now. Scoring point guards that stay in attack mode and make the right plays are the most successful. And, that's what they want me to be. They want me to make plays and be aggressive offensively. And I'm most successful that way. And I think I thrived in it tonight.
You definitely were on the move and successfully. Thanks again, Damian. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard. He lit up the scoreboard in the first quarter. Defenders tried to make adjustments, but were woefully unsuccessful. Clearly, his outburst set the tone for the rest of the evening.
Damian Lillard at times is very good, but tonight you saw the great Damian Lillard. The best performance I've seen of him so far. The athleticism, the determination, it was all there. No opponent could have stopped that tonight.
After they dropped their 2 previous games, you could see he was seriously motivated tonight. When times get tough, he's the guy you're leaning on. He came through with a big win tonight.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew, all 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Poles, man.
Oh,
yes. I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.